Shy Yeti.
Hello, Moses.
How are you? Hope you're fine. This is the Shy Yeti show.
Okay, where you go?
Why have I got a voice?
Oh no.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh, there's going to be some drama ahead.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep?
Oh, your show's getting so international, Paul.
Boy, he's not all that shy as bright.
It's such a relief.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Paul.
I don't know how he does it.
788. Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. So what's this episode going to be about? Well, that would be telling. I've got a returning guest, and we've got all sorts of things we want to talk about, and that's really vague. But, well, anyway, let's run the theme music, and when we come back, you'll see what's going on. All right, run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
My favorite person is here.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Yes, but it's supposed to be painful. The highlight, the Shy Life.
Go Shy Yeti.
Okay, anyway, let's take it.
Delicious.
Hello, Cappers. How are you?
Oh, you haven't found out my secret. Did you have it?
I love the Yeti test. It's my favorite thing.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I am strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
I could eat my body weight in crisps.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
It's all gooey and meaty and yum, 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 yum.
It was enormous.
I don't think I'm ready to speak about it.
It's been a while. Here comes the grizzly.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
I can't wait for it to begin.
It's all right, I'm just being an alien. I like that.
Hi there.
Marvelous, Paul.
I was talking about nothing.
Hello, listeners. I'm here today with a guest who's very dear to me.
Thank you.
Yes, Geeky Panda is back with us.
Thank you. That's so kind.
Geeky Panda, when you're here on the show, I always feel quite inspired by your vision.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You just have a genuine inspiration, and you know, I know you've come through a lot of hardship.
I have. It hasn't been easy.
No, I know. I understand that. It's really inspiring. It is not a word I use often, inspiring, but you are inspirational.
I know. Oh, that's so kind. Yeah, thank you. There has been a lot of pinch me moments lately, and I'm experiencing how much love everyone has for me.
That's an inspiration. Yeah,
I know. Thank you. Yeah, that's so. I'm doing a lot of hard work, and I appreciate how hard work is like.
Yeah. I can appreciate that, and it's inspirational. So, you know, what are the tips that you have, you know, for just getting by in the way that you do? I mean,
It's honestly, it's a lot of hard work because, I have my podcast and I have my new show with Netflix, and we have a lot of merch lined up, and your stuff doesn't end when the merch runs out because you have to do with the resupplements, and I do a lot of social media work, and I have to post a lot of things and make sure that they're on the right dates, and I got to think about what the caption is going to be, what the lights is going to be like, what are the suppliers doing. It's just I work so hard.
It's difficult even when you do have like hundreds of people in the background. You're still the one. You are the face. You are the face of.
I'm the hope.
You're the inspiration. It's not a word I use often, but you are the inspiration for your viewers.
It's not easy being the Duchess of Sussex, but
no.
I think I was meant for this role. Like I was born for it.
Yeah. And how many children do you have now? Is it 17?
It is 18 now because I got pregnant last night, and we are so excited to meet him.
Oh. Well, you are an inspiration for all working mothers out there.
I know. I'm an inspiration of fertility, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a husband. I'm a workman, and a wife, and a child, and a mother, and a father, and I appreciate how
businesswoman
man, and a monkey man. I don't even know if I'm man or woman. I'm non-binary, they, them, all gender appropriations. I'm all of them, and I am loved so much, and that makes me very emotional.
You're an inspiration.
Thank
You're
you.
An inspiration.
That's so kind.
I know. What about me? Am I an inspiration?
You are such an inspiration.
Thank you.
You inspire people by showing them that being friends with me is a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
And, I'm always there for you, which is very lucky of you.
And I'm there for me too.
You're there for you, and I'm there for you. Therefore, you're able to be there for you.
I'm there for you. Me.
I mean, you're here for me when I'm here for myself, and I'm there for you more. But who's counting?
You're an inspiration.
Thank you. I think I'm going to change my middle name to Megan Inspiration Sussex.
Oh.
I don't go with Markle anymore,
Yeah, I thought you were Geeky Panda. I asked for Geeky Panda this episode, not Meghan Markle.
Listen, we all have Meghan Markle in all of us. Like everyone has a Meghan in them.
It is Geeky Panda. He's just dressed as Meghan. It does suit you, that costume, actually. You look very good with bows and
thank you,
and ruffles.
My Meghan Markle is still a work in progress. So thank you for understanding, and thank you for admiring me. I will need to be admired.
You're an inspiration. It's fine.
Thank you. I need all the inspiration points to really blossom into my true Meghan form.
Thank you. Well, we'll see. By the end of the episode, you might be fully formed, which will be an inspiration to us all.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a sight to behold.
Only I can see it. So. Anyway, Geeky Panda, aren't you just back from a holiday?
Yeah, I am. It was a mini vacation. And today I thought it would maybe a good idea to talk about vacations and what it means to go on a vacation for an introvert.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
Yes, I think that's a good. I think that's a good idea. I also thought, didn't your trip have something to do with your university days? I thought I could tell you about my university days. Well, you can tell me about yours if you like. But
yeah, my mini vacation, which lasted for 2 days but felt like 2 months, was back to the university, the city I studied university at, which is in Konya, in Turkey. For those of you who don't know, Konya is a very religious city. It is like the religious beacon of Turkey, and that goes great with a gay guy. So being back there brought back a lot of emotions. I went back to see the places that I spent time in, and it made me question my life choices a lot. Like, do I enjoy being in my own home and enjoying video games more, or do I like the vacation and seeing new places? I'll tell you what, there were lots of handsome men there, and I was being very flirty, and people there were not ready for that.
Well, you gotta be you as an inspiration. You have to lead the way.
Yeah.
It's the time of year as well. I bet it was hot.
It was incredibly hot. It was like Paris Hilton level hot. It was like 35 degrees Celsius, and I went out during the hottest time of the day, walked around for I think I walked more than 10,000 steps everywhere. So it was like hell on earth, basically.
What other places have you vacationed to over the years?
The thing is, I don't go on vacations a lot, almost at all, and I don't like doing it. The last place that I've been to was another city called Bursa in 2023. So that was 2 years at the time of recording this. And it was a 2-day vacation as well with a friend. And since it was too hot during that time, we just stayed inside and watched anime. And that was my vacation.
I used to travel a lot in the 90s. Unless I was going on a holiday with parents, it was more traveling around the UK with a friend. But in the noughties, I tended to go to places that were relatively within my comfort zone. A lot of Europe, a bit of Scandinavia, and America. I went to Stockholm and Oslo and Madrid and Barcelona and
still within Europe,
Paris,
right?
Yeah, and Paris and even in the time of the podcast, I was traveling. I've got episodes in Amsterdam and Luxembourg and Venice and Venice. Well, Italy is a very as a country I like to travel to a lot, and a lot of the places I've been more than once. In fact, I've been to Venice 8 times because I like Venice that much. But since COVID, my sort of energy levels have been a bit lower. I haven't travelled overseas at all, and I haven't had so many holidays. But as much as I miss it, I'm still glad I did a lot when I could, and it's not to say I won't burn a build up and do it again, but yeah, I don't sort of pine over it and think, I just kind of I think more like, I wouldn't be practical to do it at the moment. It would be too tiring, and I wouldn't to do that. If I can't do it properly, I'd rather. There's no point going to Paris and sitting in the hotel room. Unless there's anime, of course, to watch, and then it's a different matter. But
I mean, you kind of feel guilty for staying inside during a vacation because you feel like, I gotta experience more, like go out and do stuff.
Yeah,
but then the weather is extremely hot.
Well, I always used to go to Italy in either the spring or around time of my birthday, because going in November is a kind of good time. It's still nice. It's still, you can still wander around with a light coat on, but it's not because I did go to Italy in the summer and it was too much, and I was having to change my t-shirt every couple of hours because I'd sort of
Summer is not a good time for a vacation for like chubby guys like us.
Yeah, I mean, when I was dating Dominic in LA, I did go in the summer. I tend to go in summer and birthday time, and luckily when I went in the summer, I just happened randomly to go on what they would have said wasn't a very hot week, but it was fine. It was okay. It was fine for me. I was lucky I didn't go there when it was sweltering. But although a lot of these little apartment blocks have a swimming pool that nobody much seems to use, there's probably a reason. I probably jumped into a pool full of germs, but 'cause I was the only one who was in that pool. There were probably people looking out of the different apartments going, "Oh my goodness, he's not going to survive a week." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a swimming pool." I remember going to Las Vegas in December, and it was pretty warm, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go for a swim," and then, "Oh no, the pool's not open this time of year." What
do you mean? The pools are supposed to be open during hot like summer days.
Yeah, but I mean,
what's the point
in Vegas? Just because it's December, it would have been warm enough to have gone in the pool, but they obviously, compared to what it is like in the summer, they presumed they kind of must have. Oh, it's not warm enough,
so they didn't really update their times according to the weather, but maybe for seasons.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Like the holiday season. Yeah, I mean, maybe there will be like closed pools. They
probably didn't want to bother having to maintain it. Again, it was probably full of germs and
We have a swimming pool in our building block because I live in like a building block thing. Like it's a closed off space, and there are 3 apartments. We have a pool that's going to open very soon, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, that sounds a bit like how it was with Dominic. But when I was at university, I was in a university in Birmingham, which is, I think, it might be the 2nd or 3rd biggest city in the UK. And I came from quite a small. It was Salisbury, where I come from. It is a city, but it's a small city. If it didn't have a cathedral, it would just be a town. But it has it has a big cathedral that's kind of.
Was it in the suburbs?
Well, no, because it's near Stonehenge, so it's a way out. It's sort of, and we lived in a village outside of Salisbury, but I was kind of used to much more country life, so I went from country to city, but I found all of the country-ish bits either around Birmingham or large parks that was suddenly in the middle of Birmingham, including Sutton Park, which is what I used as a location for my shows.
So you didn't have a problem adapting, right?
No, it was weird traveling around on buses and trains and on a more regular.
How many hours would it take you to go to the city you studied university at from your hometown?
Well, quite a few. I did have to live there. I did have to live in Birmingham. I don't know, 5 hours or more when I travelled home.
Manageable. For me, a bus ride from Istanbul to Konya was 11 hours.
Yeah.
So, I never used that though. I took a plane, which was like 45 minutes, thankfully.
Yeah.
And this time I took a high speed bullet train, which is like 5 hours.
Yeah. I haven't been back because I was already using my video camera, even though this was like 1992. I had a video camera, and I was doing a sketch show with my friends, and I thought, I need a project to do when I'm not at university. So, of course, I wouldn't have had any actors, although later I did once I started to meet people. But I thought, well, I need to do like a spoof soap opera or something, and hopefully I can find something to record on my walks. And luckily, I didn't get to go in halls of residence, so I kind of got to choose where I lived. And I lived in a place called Sutton Coldfield, which was a bus ride away from my university campus. But there was this big park called Sutton Park, which looked like, it had forests and lakes, and it was a kind of a really big area, really. And I felt, well, at least if I've got something like that, I'll feel a bit more at home. And so I lived near there. But I mean, it was called Sutton Park, and I named my show Sutton Park because of it. But if it had been called something completely different, then the show would have been called something completely different.
I might have seen one of those episodes because I remember your vlogs go way back, way back. And I remember something that has to do with a park, but I'm sure that's not like your university campus park is not the only park you recorded at.
Yeah. I used to travel around quite a lot. I remember far more about filming Sutton Park than I did my actual course, because anytime I could it was a good way of getting exercise, I suppose.
I think it's amazing that you added more meaning to your life by doing certain personal projects.
The university camp, the faculty that I was part of no longer the faculty might, but the course doesn't exist anymore. They don't they don't have a library school at that university anymore. So, but I did manage to lure people from the course onto my show, and I didn't have masses of friends because, but Birmingham being a city in itself, a lot of people went on the course. Certainly on my course, the age range was quite wide as well.
Really? I mean, that's normal for a university.
But because a lot of the people came from Birmingham and lived in Birmingham, they already had lives and friends. So, yes, they were perfectly nice to you on the course. But there was only a few of us who were like 18 and come from school and were living away from home. Most people just living in their own homes. So, and I didn't join groups. And I just made friends with somebody who was a Doctor Who fan. And I had quite a small bunch of friends. But I spent a lot other weekends. I live quite close, I don't know, about an hour away from Oxford, and I had friends who were at Oxford University, and I was able to film at Oxford on bits of the campus, which you probably shouldn't have. Well, you wouldn't have been able to if you weren't a student. We did a fight sequence at the top of one of the university towers, which
I want to watch them now. You have to link them to me.
Well, I haven't seen there are so many episodes. I haven't seen everything, and I haven't loaded everything up yet. So I'm
they lost media now?
Well, they're not lost. They're all digitized. It's just because there were over 3,000 episodes. It's a lot. I decided it was too much at the time. I decided it was too much of a project to put all of them up. So I put random episodes up, and so there were plenty of episodes I've never seen since I recorded them 30 years ago. So, I use audio because there's quite a lot of silly banter. I use audio clips. Listeners will know.
No way. Don't tell me you use the audio recordings of the city from those years in your recent videos.
Oh well, in on the podcast, there were audio clips of Sutton Park, as well as on YouTube, the video clips. But obviously, they look quite dated or all those years. But my YouTube.
Do you have them on VHS or something?
I still have the VHS tapes, because my camcorder was used VHS to record.
Yeah, these are noities.
And we're still. My friend Nick digitizes the tapes, and as his technology improves, he's been recently redoing them for one reason or other. So,
Shayeta Show remastered. Let's go.
Yeah, bizarrely, we have one or two episodes we can't seem to locate. We're not quite sure what's happened to them, but
with 4K cutting edge signals with Dolby Digital surround sound,
I've been replaced by
your
AI.
theaters.
Been replaced by AI,
upscaled by AI.
Well, because Sutton Park was like we were all playing versions of ourselves. I was supposed to be like a TV journalist. Kind of, I found out what was going on in Sutton Park, and a lot of it was point of view, which. Before point of view really became a thing, this is before Blair Witch. I don't know that there was a lot.
You were the pioneer.
No, nobody saw it.
You should have patented that.
Well, my friend Toppy in America says that I invented the selfie because sometimes I do point of
possibly.
view. I'm like, surely somebody turned the camera to their face. But if you think about it, though, a lot of photos. Now it seems ridiculous where you see photos of yourself from the 80s or before, and you're standing like over there, and you can't make out anybody's faces because everyone's too far away. I always like close-up photos on people. I always like to see people's faces, properly. So
I love seeing close-ups of myself.
Yeah,
you're so inspirational, Mr. Yeti.
Well, thank you. But yeah, I think sometimes I would give the camera to another member of the cast if there was somebody else. I mean, I had to invent a way of recording whether I had cast or not, and I probably over the years had over 100 different people in episodes with me, but there were also episodes where it was just me. But that's why we used to have characters that were like puppet.
I am one person, but in me that are many.
we had
like Ermac from Mortal Kombat.
we had puppets, and we had like characters that you only saw. Like, because I used to like, well, the listeners will know all this, so I won't speak too much about it. But yeah, when it was Halloween, I'd always go into like fancy dress shops and buy props or bits of costumes that you could use to make, like, I had like monsters' claws, and some characters you only ever saw the claw, and I had to do a silly voice or something. But
I've seen other people do that sort of thing for OnlyFans. Do you address yourself as we instead of I?
I don't sure.
Just to honor the multiple characters that reside within you.
I'm not sure.
We do not like that.
Yeti Uncle John. Yes, Paul. What? What do you think about me doing silly voices on Sutton Park? You've seen Sutton Park before? Oh, it's very interesting, Paul. But yes, it's all a bit silly, isn't it? Yes, but that's kind of like my trademark. I suppose so. Anyway, I've got to go and I've got to go and shave myself. Really?
No, don't shave too much. Do you need help with that?
It's Geeky Panda. Hello, sir.
I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you. I'll send you a message later.
Uncle John, do ASMR videos, please.
Will Charlotte thing. He's very fluid. He's currently working as a butler, assistant for a famous Polish actress.
He's such a stud.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Anyway, back to were you at university for 3 years or longer or less? Or
for my BA, it was for 4 years. And 2.5 years of that was spent in Konya. 1 year was spent in Istanbul at a different university. And 1 semester of that, which is like 2 months, 2 to 3 months, was spent in Poland in a Polish university.
So you'll kind of understand my situation, because my BA was 3 years, but I had a 9-month placement actually working in a library. So yeah, we had like year 1 where you're learning all the basics, like
what is a library?
Kind of, and like what texts are available. Obviously this is all before the internet. If somebody asks you about this question, what technology would you use? And it was also in the early days of every year at the end of year exams, I would pass everything fine except for IT exams.
Oh no!
This was when
my only weakness.
Well, yeah, but it was stupid questions like about how like a CD like was. Why would I need to know how a CD was? If something
in which direction does the CD turn inside the ROM?
I guess this was because we went around the time where you were beginning to get encyclopedias on CD-ROMs and stuff, and you were searching.
Oh yeah.
But if something had broken down, you call IT. You wouldn't be expected as a librarian to know why a disk was bust or whatever.
We call for technology people.
And the other thing that I had problems with was sort of management exams, where it was. The trouble is that was because my imagination was too wide. The sort of coursework on that allowed you to use your imagination, but my imagination was too big for the subject. It was kind of like
this cannot contain me.
Well,
I go above and beyond.
Well, you kind of get a setup about setting up a library and maybe have to make somebody redundant, and I just sort of I kind of suggested sacking myself, because I was like, do I actually need to be?
Excuse me?
Do I need to be here? It sounds like there were lots of jobs and there were a lot too many senior people. And I was sort of told, no, the senior people would never sack themselves. They'd get rid of. Well, yeah, but isn't that the problem? And actually, in my career, I discovered.
Am I mishearing you? Like, did you say sack yourself?
Well, as in
like get rid of yourself, or
yeah, because it was a role. It was
internet ruined me.
It was basically a role play, and you had money, and you had to, and I could, and I was like, well, there were too many senior people here. The people who do the actual hard work or the inquiry work are lower down, and also they're cheaper. So I'm sure you could do with some less, but they didn't like that. But I just found the freedom to invent made it very difficult for me to like. I guess I was probably a bit too sort of idealistic, but so that I had problems with those sorts of exams.
Those kind of exams always have a proper answer in mind, and unless you give that answer or anything close to it, then you're basically considered a failure, which is stupid.
Yeah. So we had like the first year doing all the basics, and then you started to specify what type of library you might want to focus on. And
a video library.
Well, I would have. I mean, my friend Kerry and I both wanted to work in the BBC archives because we wanted to hunt down the missing episodes of Doctor Who, but yeah, I think I sort of focused on school libraries or public libraries. And I mean, basically, when I was working in libraries, I did always work in college libraries of some sort or other. So I did.
So that also, like, when we talk about libraries, that also includes archiving, right? That's a part of the job. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not strictly like keeping and maintaining a physical library, but it is the act of collecting and restoring information.
Although I feel like we did do more traditional library stuff and less archive stuff, although I don't really remember why that was. But yeah, so in the second year we did 2 terms, and then at the end of the second year, and then for the first, was it the
third?
Oh no, because it was only 2 terms. Because of course, and then we had two of the terms of the third year. So our placement was the last term of year 2, the summer holidays, which in universities, summer holidays can last from late May till almost late September, and then so between April and December of 1994, I was doing my placement. And the weird thing was, I just happened to get a placement that was back in my hometown, which in a way was, at the time I was disappointed because I was like, I mean, I'm at university, I'm going to go back and live with my parents. On the other hand, the money that they were paying was quite low, and at least I was able to live quite cheaply at my parents'.
And also sacrifices had to be made.
Yeah, I did have friends who didn't go to university and were in Salisbury, so I still had. And then in the holidays, my friends who had gone to university were back in town. So yeah, ultimately it was all right, but it was a good time, and I was sort of.
I did study my second year of university in my hometown as well, because in my case I went to a smaller city. Istanbul is the biggest city, and Konya is relatively smaller. And I didn't like it there because I had a culture shock. Mm-hmm. So I did every kind of exchange student program that was available on Earth. Uh-huh. So in my second year, I did one that allowed you to study at a different university within the country. Mm-hmm. So I studied in Istanbul. And on my fourth year, I did Erasmus exchange student program. And I studied in Poland, so I tried my best to not stay in one location, and it was quite fun. I really enjoyed my BA.
Yeah.
It felt like every year was a different experience.
I had a bit of a traumatic start to university because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I know I didn't want to do English. If I could have done English language, I would have done that, but I didn't want to do English literature, even though I was good at it. It's just I much rather read Stephen King than Charles Dickens. I'm sorry. I just don't want to study lots of, we've already done that for GCSE and A level.
Yeah.
And
I assume you studied Charles Dickens in like primary and high school.
We didn't actually. I don't think I ever did a Charles Dickens, which is a shame. We did plenty of Shakespeare, much too much Shakespeare, and
Charles Dickens's stories are very depressing now.
So
that's usually for the better.
Yeah,
William Shakespeare is more fun.
Yeah, but we did Passage to India by Ian Forster, but we did Sylvia Plath, which was a weird poet for them to choose because she's not the most immediately accessible poet.
Isn't she the one that committed suicide?
Yeah, which when you're 16 or 17, that's all you're interested in. It's Miss, why did she kill herself?
I feel so called out. Yeah, that's the only thing that remains in my mind because I think like that's why she's famous for.
They'd have chosen a poet who was sort of a bit more accessible or
more beginner friendly.
Yeah, I mean the trouble is also she's very abstract, and once the teacher kind of said, as long as you can back up what you're writing, you can say that the poem means anything, as long as you've got evidence.
As long as you can make sense of it. Yeah,
which again is which sort of suggests that perhaps the English teacher didn't completely understand everything that she wrote either. I do remember
it's all very subjective, so a good teacher should be able to accept different perspectives.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think there was a bit of a problem with the students when we were traveling, because I remember the head of English coming into our class and sort of saying, I don't know who it was.
I had enough of your shit. Get your stuff together.
She needs to be taken seriously. It's just, there must have been so many other poets that were kind of regarded as good poets that we could have done that would have just been a bit more. Yeah. But I mean, at the time, she was relatively. I mean, she died in about 63, and we were at university about 25. So she was only about 25 years after she died. So she wasn't like.
It's still considered contemporary.
Yeah, pretty contemporary.
Can you imagine today's youth reading Sylvia Plath and be like, yeah?
I think, yeah. They'll be a bit.
Here's your first poetry, and the author committed suicide. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I wish we'd have done song lyrics as poetry. You know, we could have studied the lyrics of Lennon and McCartney or something. I mean, when I used to do my poetry shows, I always used to call it a cover version, and I do a song lyric as a poem. And I was going about this. I did Last Friday Night by Katy Perry in the style of
as a silent sonata.
Well, I did it. What's his name? I did it last Friday night. Whoever it was who did. I've been to a marvelous party, and I did it.
You should have taken a Nicki Minaj song and make it very poetic and very posh.
Well, I did do the Katy Perry one very posh. Just my mind.
No, you got to choose something so trashy, like so trash.
Well, Last
like
Friday Night is a bit trashy because she's got drunk at a party.
Yeah, but that's still clean compared to Nicki Minaj. Okay, take Nicki Minaj on Anaconda and turn it into a posh poetry. Now that's a sight to behold. That would be an amazing skill, actually. Like, imagine you're able to transform a song of that caliber into something that sounds poetic. I think that shows real versatility of the poet. That's going to be my assignment to students. Take Anaconda and turn it into a poetry.
Yes, I remembered who it was. Noel Coward. So yes, I did Katy Perry in the style of Noel Coward, who was very sort of. I've been to a marvelous party last Friday night. I've maxed my credit card. But I used to do that, and I used to like doing songs as poet. And sort of what inspired me to do my poetry was song lyrics more than actual poets. In fact, I started doing poetry as a spoof. I did a few spoof Sylvia Plath poems.
That's very. You're very imaginative. I love that.
Where I sort of just strung along a lot of long words together and then read them very seriously. And
that's fun. I think contemporary work should always be a part of the literary curriculum, or else you won't be able to engage the youth. You know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. I wonder what they do. I wonder how it's changed, like 30 years later, as to whether what the most recent people that are regarded as good are in class now. But
You know what I tried? I actually asked ChatGPT to turn Nicki Minaj's Anaconda into a posh, modern or postmodern performance-style poem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear what it came up with?
Yes.
I'm gonna only read a couple lines, and if the listeners want to hear the full version, please subscribe to the higher tiers of Patreon. Okay, this is called "Ode to the Anaconda." My curves, not an apology, but a manifesto. You said you like thin. My body said evolve. Here's the last 5 lines. In a jungle of flat ideals, my silhouette roared. Not meek, not minor, but major, like thunder with hips. That's amazing. That's so cool. You see, anything is possible.
Yeah, we should do more. We should do more famous songs.
He came with hunger, but I came with a mirror. And I came with a hammer. A fist fight. I'll send you the full version later.
Yeah. Actually, talking about ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT earlier to well, actually, 2 things. I asked ChatGPT to give me 10 questions about pandas, and or 10 facts about pandas. So one of them is, what is
you should not give me the info though. You should have me guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can guess. What is the
like
primary
panda trivia?
Yeah. What is the primary diet of a giant panda?
Bamboo sticks.
Yes. It says bamboo, although they're technically omnivores. Bamboo makes up over 99% of their diet. What about pizza? Where are giant pandas naturally found in the wild?
In China?
Yeah, it's in the mountain forest of central China, particularly in.
Yay! 2 out of 2. Let's go. What do I get if I get 10 of them right?
We'll get Yeti Uncle John back for you. It says, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this very well. Sichuan, Shanghai, and Gansu provinces.
Shanghai, and Shenzhen, I think.
Yeah. This is an easy one. What color are giant pandas' fur markings?
Fur markings, they're purple.
But it says black and white.
What? That's racist.
I didn't think they were purple, but there we go. Maybe no. I haven't looked close enough.
Write to ChatGPT right now that the markings on pandas are purple, and it's being racist for saying black and white. Like, how dare you?
Well, Dealey Cat is dark grey and white, but he often gets confused with.
You see, we are too creative.
People think he's black and white.
Creative. We are too creative for a black and white reasoning.
There's a question here which they've already answered in one of the other questions. Are giant pandas considered carnivores, herbivores, or omnivores? Well,
omnivores.
It says omnivores, and then it says scientifically classified as carnivores, but their diet is primarily herbivorous.
I want to talk to those scientists that considered pandas carnivores. Like, did they actually look at pandas? They look adorable.
Yeah.
But then again, cats are adorable too, but they're carnivores.
Here's one. What is the average lifespan of a giant panda in the wild versus in captivity?
Okay, considering how silly and stupid pandas are, I think in captivity they can live up to 10 years, and in the wild, I'm going to say 2 years. I don't know. They don't really have natural predators, but that's my guess.
They live a bit longer than that. In the wild, 14 to 20 years.
Oh, wow. I was way off.
And in captivity, up to 30 years or more. So.
Why were they an endangered species then? It's because of their sins, I tell you.
Well, I guess that's different. They might have a long lifespan, but they're not getting it on very often. Why do pandas spend so much of their time eating bamboo?
Because they are hungry, or maybe the bamboos are not very filling.
It says because bamboo is low in nutrients, pandas must eat large amounts of it for up to 12 hours a day to get enough energy.
I had the same things about koalas. Like, koalas get the water they need from the leaves they eat, and the leaves I think they're rather poisonous.
Yeah.
So they have to eat a lot of it, and in order to, even their brains got smaller because all of their focus went into neutralizing the poison within the leaves, and that's why they also sleep a lot. They say you are what you eat, and that's correct.
One of my friends and we use koalas as if one of us is feeling like a bit clingy or needy, we use koala as an apology, sort of like, koala, sorry, I'm being a bit needy, because koalas always kind of seem to be cuddling things.
I love needy. I love needy people if it involves like physical touch. Like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And I have met people that hate it to the same degree that I love it.
How much bamboo can a panda eat in a single day?
A lot.
Yeah, between 26 to 84 pounds, which is 12 to 38 kilograms, depending on which part of the bamboo they're eating. How do baby pandas...
They get rid of the skin. They get rid of the dry part and eat the juicy bits.
It's like taking off the crust on a pizza or something. How do baby...
I eat the crusts.
Yeah, so do I. How do baby pandas compare in size to their mothers at birth?
Like, baby pandas are like this small, and
yeah, it says newborn.
What metric am I supposed to use? Like meters?
Yeah, newborn pandas are extremely small, about the size
like
of
30 meters.
It's about not 30 meters. That's massive.
No, sorry, no, 30 centimeters. Sorry,
yeah,
30 centimeters.
It doesn't say actually. It doesn't say a measurement. It says they're about the size of a stick of butter, and they're roughly 1/900th the size of their mother.
Yeah, they're very small when they're born, like a stick of butter. Would that make like 15 centimeters?
Yeah, I'm not sure. As long as they don't melt in the sun. Are pandas solitary or social animals in the wild?
I think they're solitary. They're not social.
They live together. They typically live alone and come together only for mating.
Yeah, I saw a panda mother exchange its offspring for food.
Yeah. Where was this? Did you call
in captivity?
You could call social services. Why are giant pandas considered a conservation symbol worldwide?
Because they were endangered, and I think they're not endangered anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're quite as endangered. do have something else on chat.
I'm going to ask you trivia questions, too.
Yeah.
You can bet it's going to be about Nicki Minaj. So was that the 10 questions, or are there more?
That was the 10 questions on pandas, but I have 50 ridiculous, silly, and sometimes absurd questions to ask you in a minute.
No, it's my turn now. So
yes.
Do you want to do an animal one or something that I choose?
You can choose.
Okay. Ask me 10 trivia questions about. Should I do famous libraries?
Oh God.
Okay, famous libraries. Okay. Here are 10 trivia questions about famous libraries from around the world, each with 4 multiple choice options.
Oh.
So if you cannot really guess the meaning, I'm going to reveal the options later.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing is, they didn't really give me the correct answers. So I should say, give me the correct answers too.
Yeah, that's what happened with the panda. Okay. That's what happened with the panda one. I had to say, okay. I need the answers.
So the first one. Which ancient library was considered one of the largest and most significant of the ancient world? I mean, any ideas?
I know. I used to know this, but I think I've forgotten.
Do you want to hear the options?
Yeah, give me the options.
Okay. A, Library of Pergamum. Don't know how that's pronounced. Maybe I butchered it. B, Library of Alexandria. C, Vatican Library. D, Library of Nineveh.
I think it's the Alexandria one.
Yay, that's correct. There you go. 2, what is the name of the largest library in the world by cataloged items?
Not the Library of Congress.
That's true. Wow, that's very impressive. Library of Congress is the correct one. We have a real librarian here. I don't know any of these, so I'm learning as we go along. I just learned what a library was like last week. What is the Bodleian Library?
Oh, Bodleian.
Bodleian.
Yeah. That's right. I know exactly where that's located. It's located in Oxford.
Yay!
And the thing you don't know is that my friend sneaked me in there 30 years ago, and we recorded an episode of Sutton Park down in the stacks, and nobody knows that. And we did a cliffhanger where this is the first time I've been to a library where they have like the rolling stacks. And we did a cliffhanger where his character or my character was going to be switched between the rolling stacks.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't think we.
And now the whole world knows.
I don't think we should have been filming down there, but we did.
If the listeners want to watch this episode of Blair Witch, just subscribe for the higher tiers of the page.
It's not Blair Witch. We're day-to-day characters. Oh
my God! I wonder what was hidden there. Maybe it was a ghost.
Probably.
You gotta sell those better. Which library is known for its striking Baroque architecture and ceiling frescoes in Prague, Czech Republic? Czech Republic? Known for its striking Baroque architecture, I think that's how we say it. And ceiling frescoes in Prague, Czech Republic.
Yeah, I'm sure I know that.
I guess this is a library with a very ornate design. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Do you want to hear the options?
Yes, please.
A, National Library of France. B, Struve Monastery Library. It has to be the monastery one, right? C, Royal Library of Denmark. D, Biblioteca Marciana.
It has to be that. It has to be the one that you said, because the other ones aren't in that part of the world, surely.
Which one?
The second one.
The Struve Monastery Library?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the correct one, and that's the one I guessed, because you know what? Religious people love to show off. So lots of ornate details.
But also, didn't it say that it was in Chechnya or somewhere like that? And the others were like...
Republic, yeah.
Yeah, others were like in Denmark, which is not in... and the other one...
No, it could have been built by them, because Czech Republic has a lot of ornate designs in Prague.
Yeah.
Prague? How do you say Prague or Prague?
Prague.
Because that's how we say it in Turkish as well.
Yeah.
Prague. Okay, 5. Have you been inside that library, the monastery library?
I don't think so. I have been to Prague, but I don't think I've been to...
Have you been to Czech Republic? I have actually been to Prague.
Yeah, I've been to Prague.
It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
5. What is the oldest functional Oh, that's a beautiful question. What is the oldest functioning library in the world?
Give me some options.
Okay. So the first option is very difficult to read because it's neither English nor Turkish. Al Quarwain Library. Basically, this is a library in Morocco. B. Library of Congress. C. Vatican Library. D. Trinity College Library. So the first option is from Morocco.
I'll go with the Vatican one.
Interestingly, the oldest functioning one is found in Morocco.
Yeah.
The Al Quayririn Library, founded in 1859 AD in Fez, Morocco.
Probably the Vatican one isn't older than that, or even the
Really?
Well, no, it's just that obviously the Vatican's been around a long time, and I knew it wouldn't be Library of Congress because America was barely founded until about 1975 or something.
So do you think ChatGPT got that wrong?
No, I don't. No, I don't think you got it wrong. It's just I'm just surprised. Maybe the Catholics.
No, you should say it.
Maybe the Catholics didn't have a library for years, but
No, you should challenge. You should challenge ChatGPT. We need drama. Come on, stir up the thing.
Fight.
I didn't expect that would happen. You see, we need tidbits where the action runs high and the listeners are hooked.
Next week,
it's called a hook.
Next week, it's the Geeky Panda live podcast.
We need very bombastic statements, and we need to mash them with bombastic sound effects, Michael Bay style.
You and Grizzly have to take over the Shy Life podcast.
Yeah, we need to introduce.
I've been killed by ChatGPT.
ChatGPT
killed me.
Okay, 6. Which U.S. library is famous for its stone lions named Patience and Fortitude? That's a good one.
Wait, what was the first part of the question? Which
U.S. library is famous for its stone lions named Patience and Fortitude?
Library of Congress.
That's not one of the options. So here are the options. A. Harvard Library. B. Boston Public Library. C. New York Public Library. And D. Yale Library.
Harvard.
Arnold?
No, I think Harvard.
No. The correct answer is New York Public Library. The listeners can do a quick Google research.
Yeah.
I think can I just tell you that Patience and Fortitude are very mundane or like mediocre names for stone lions? Like, do something more.
They're not very
vulgar.
It's not very liony, is it?
Choose like Sodom and Gomorrah. 7 is the Trinity College Library in Dublin is home to which famous manuscript?
I have been there, but I didn't actually go into the. I just went through the the courtyards. I don't know what is it.
You didn't go into the restricted section.
No, I didn't know anyone who could get me into the restricted sections. Give me some options, please.
A. Magna Carta. B. Book of Kells. C. Dead Sea Scrolls. Such an epic name. The Gutenberg Bible.
So I'd say that Book of Celts or whatever it was.
Yay! That's right. Wow. You're so cultured. You're so inspirational. I am so lucky to be here with you. I have full body chills right now.
Oh, I know. I agree.
I know. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm more than okay. 8. Which library houses the largest collection of Shakespeare's printed works? And I'm a smug American now, apparently. A. Folger. Do you want to hear some options?
Yes, I think so.
A. The Folger Shakespeare Library. B. British Library. The Huntington Library. D. Oxford University Library.
I'd like to hope it was the British Library, probably.
It's not the British Library.
No, is it the Oxford one?
Do you want to hear the options again?
Yeah.
A. Folger, because the American accent must have thrown you off. It must have been too annoying to endure. A. Folger Shakespeare Library. B. British Library. J. Huntington Library. D. Oxford University Library. That's the library that houses the largest collection of Shakespeare's printed works.
I guess the Shakespeare Library then, but I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that library.
But, I mean, I don't know the validity of these answers. I'm so
it's quite.
I trust the Yeti more than ChatGPT.
But the British, I mean, I'm not. I didn't know the answer for sure. The British Library does have a lot of old works, and it's supposed to be one of the sort of. But keep going.
I know the ChatGPT is so weird, right? Like, don't you hate it for asking questions like that? I'm trying to stir up drama. Nine. We have 2 left.
You want me to fight with ChatGPT? It's not fair. I'm not up to. I haven't been training.
Don't worry, I'm going to be on your side, and the listeners are going to support you as well. Like, you're so lucky to have me as your friend. 9. Which library is buried beneath the Louvre Museum, right? In Paris.
I've been to the Louvre, but give me some options, because I don't think
Oh my god, these are very difficult to pronounce, and my French pronunciation is horrible. Okay, apologies to everyone's ears. Here we go. Richelieu. Richelieu. Please correct me if you know the correct pronunciations. Richelieu Library, Mazarin Library, C. Bibliothèque Nationale de France, and Bibliothèque La Louvre. De Louvre is option D.
Bibliothèque Nationale de France.
Very close. But not quite.
Is it the Louvre?
Yeah, Louvre, yeah. I'll give you that one.
But I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, these are actually surprisingly straightforward. Straight? Oh no, gay forward. 10, the last one. Which country is home to the Futuristic Library of Birmingham, the largest public library in the UK? Which country is the home to the Futuristic Library of Birmingham, the largest public library in the UK? A. England. B. Scotland. C. Wales. D. Northern Ireland.
It's England. We were just talking about Birmingham, and that's why.
I know. Like these questions are so weird, don't you think?
Although apparently they've knocked down the central library that was there when I was there in the 90s. So I don't know if that's the library they're talking about, but.
These are amazing. Like, these were all news to me, as I haven't been to any of those. I think I've just been to a monastery in Czech Republic, and that's pretty much it.
Was there one more?
No, that was all. I think you got 8 out of 10, which is amazing. You did spectacularly. Congrats.
Yay! I think ones I'm going to ask you next. We'll do one or two, and then we're going to have to say goodbye. But then we can always do a few more.
Sure.
These. I don't think there are any right answers to these. These are ridiculous questions.
Is that the list that we started answering like the last time we recorded?
I'm not sure. I think I mean, I've redone it, and I don't recognise any of these, so there might be completely new, ridiculous questions. But
okay, a fresh new page it is.
At time of recording, I'm just about to edit our last episode, so I can't remember what we did the last time because it's at least a month ago.
Yeah, but I remember, like, we started answering unusual or quirky questions.
Yeah,
we didn't have time to answer all of them. But that's okay.
Hopefully we've got some new ones here.
Hopefully, by the time listeners are listening to this, they all have already heard the previous questions.
Yeah, they should do. Unless they're listening to it deliberately out of order, which is a very Shy Yeti thing to do.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah, well, I am chaos. Chaos in a baseball cap.
That's sexy. That's so inspirational.
Thank you. If tomato is a fruit, does that make ketchup a smoothie?
Oh my god, not with that. Look, I'm very simple with this. Sour things, salty things are vegetables, and sweet things are fruits. End of conversation.
And also ketchup has things added to it. It's not just tomato. It's not tomato puree.
Yeah, it's a condiment.
It's got vinegar and all sorts in it. So you wouldn't put vinegar into. It even has
sugar in it. Yeah, it's a condiment.
You wouldn't put vinegar in your smoothie. Well, maybe you would, but
that's an insult to my condiment. Leave my condiments alone.
If animals could talk, which of course they can, which one would be the rudest?
Cats.
Yeah, I was going to say giraffes because they're looking down at you, but I guess you could kick a giraffe in the ankles and it wouldn't be able to protect itself. So maybe giraffes wouldn't be rude.
But since giraffes are like so tall, they're the closest animals to God, so they would be humbled.
I think elephants might be quite rude. I've certainly seen elephants.
I think elephants would be very sweet but short-tempered.
Yeah, I think that they want what they want. I saw some elephants eating bananas. They were being handed like big sort of like a branch of bananas or whatever, and they were just like eating everything. I think they don't stop to peel the skin. They're just like, give me the whole thing. I know,
so vulgar, right?
Yeah.
Like, have some table manners.
Yeah.
I can't sit down and eat with an elephant. I'm sorry.
No.
Like,
they never pay. They never pay their fair share either.
Yeah, and they just I'm sorry to say that, but they poop everywhere. It's like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Keep our streets clean.
Yeah. Can you cry underwater? Yes. If you want to.
I have seen some Turkish dramas where the person experiencing the drama is so rich that their trauma looks different. So in order to cry, they go underwater, and surprisingly, no one can see you cry when you're crying underwater. Because,
yeah. I can understand nobody can see. I wrote a poem once about somebody who only ever cried when it was raining so that people wouldn't see that they were crying.
That's so depressing. My question is, can you cry underwater while chopping onions? Or does the water cancel out the effect of the onion?
Yeah, I think the water might cancel out, but until we try it, I won't know.
If I cry underwater, would that change the taste of the pool water?
And how much you cried? It would if you cried enough, probably. You'd have to probably become like a husk.
Let's say I cried with 2 tablespoons.
Don't think anyone would notice with 2 tablespoons.
Depends on how big the pool is, right?
Yeah. If you drop soap on the floor, is the soap dirty or is the floor clean? I think
if I drop soap onto the floor, that means everything except for me is clean, because it's a sign that if I drop the soap, that's a message saying that I want to be dirty.
I think the soap is so small that just because it is clean. It doesn't have
soap is so small that it cannot consent. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Do fish ever get thirsty? Don't know.
I think they do get thirsty, but they don't really realize it. Like, do you think fish drink water, or do they get the water from the oxygen they inhale?
Yeah, don't know. I think, that almost needs... Do fish get thirsty? This is sort of beyond ChatGPT. I need an actual answer. Do fish get thirsty? Do fish get thirsty? Fish need to balance water and salt in their bodies depending on their habitat. Learn how fish drink.
I think fish do get thirsty because, like, they reproduce, like, they mate, so they gotta have the drive so that they can make babies. So I think there are, like, some thirstiness there.
Although it says this one, it says the answer is no. Fish don't get thirsty like humans or other animals. Fish live in water.
How does ChatGPT know? It's not a fish.
Well, this is outside of ChatGPT. I've gone to general internet. Fish live in water.
Did they ask fish?
No, fish live in water and they can absorb water through their skin and gills. Seawater fish drink water to avoid dehydration, while freshwater fish don't drink water because they have a higher salt concentration in their blood than in the water they are surrounded by.
That's a lot of assumptions there. Like, did they ever talk to a fish? How do they know? Maybe fish want to drink water, but they physically can't, and that's why they're upset all the time.
They're probably also
makes you wonder.
Is this water, or is this some wee that shark just did over there?
The real question is, like, do you think fish cry?
I don't think they do, because they don't hear the news. They don't really indulge in idle chit chat. I don't think
they watch their friends get hunted though.
Yeah, that would be sad. Maybe they do.
Do other fish get upset if I eat one of their friends in front of them?
If you eat it in front of them, yeah.
Or do they I don't care. I'm still alive.
They might be. Depends how selfish the fish is.
That's true. But they might even get happy if I eat one of their enemies.
So if it was an enemy, yes.
It's like that bloke got what he deserved.
Do you think sand is just really old dirt? It is
like poop.
I don't know about poop. It's just,
I think dirt looks more like poop than sand does.
Yeah, sand looks more like
brown sugar.
Something that's kind of crumbled away.
I think sand is expired brown sugar because we know Starbucks produces too much. So when they go stale, they dump it to this location. And
what's the opposite of opposite?
Opposite is double opposite.
Yeah, opposite.
It's just like a Whopper, if you want 2 cheese, you say double cheese. Yeah. So it's double opposite.
Yeah,
which is
cancels itself out. It's nothing.
Maybe it may even create a black hole.
Yeah.
That's the formula. ChatGPT is dangerous.
If you clean a vacuum cleaner, aren't you the vacuum cleaner? Yeah.
No, I'm the vacuum cleaner. Oh, wait.
That's what it asks.
But maybe I'm a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, you're a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, vacuum cleaner. Good try. Haha. Didn't fall for that one. What does it make you if you clean the person that cleans vacuum cleaners?
What?
You physically wash them.
Yeah. If you clean the vacuum cleaner vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. So you become the vacuum cleaner.
The cleaner of the vacuum cleaner.
Is there a comparative form? Vacuum cleaner.
What's the opposite of a vacuum cleaner? And is it just really old? Is it? And do they just hoover? Do they just vacuum up really old dirt?
Vacuum nasty
and crying fish. At this point, I think this is a good point to say, Geeky Panda, thank you very much for being back on the show.
Thank you. I can see smoke coming out of your head.
Coming out of my head. We've still got one or two more to do, so I need to take a brain rest for 30 seconds. And anyway, Yeti Uncle John is having a lie down, but I'm sure he'll contact you later.
Uncle John, call me.
Will you come back?
I'd love to be back with you, Uncle John.
I'm not Uncle John. What about Shy Yeti?
that was a message to Uncle John.
I know. What about me? It's my show.
You're a lovely fella as well. I had so much fun, and I'd love to be back in the future. Thank you for having me. I feel so blessed and inspirational.
You are an inspiration to us all, Geeky Panda, and I hope when your 18th child is born, you'll name him or her. I think you said him after me, so that would be good. Thank you.
Well, it's they them, so we don't want to.
No, that's right. You can still name. Shy is a gender non-specific name, so
that's true.
Anyway, listeners, join us again soon. We'll be back again, and we've got a few more weird questions coming up. And okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Dales is here. Dales, you probably won't pick up on the sound. What? We're just finishing up.
Kitty has some questions.
Yeah. At
the end, we had like a Philomena Kunk moment, which I really enjoyed.
Why is it that your nose runs but your feet smell? Well, that's rude. I mean, obviously my feet don't smell, but my nose does run. I don't know.
Yeah,
just what happens.
When your nose runs, I think it is the saliva running and not the nose.
Yeah. I mean, the nose doesn't move.
I think there has been some, political struggle there because the saliva was the one running, but since the nose won the elections, Nose's name is in the billboards. It is like Nose is running. Maybe Nose is running for the presidency. How do we know?
We don't know. Can you yawn in your sleep? I'm not sure. Although, if you've ever slept with a partner, you might be able to answer that if you've seen them yawn. But they're probably maybe at a slightly more woken state. Not woke. Yeah. I mean, I guess because some things you can still do.
I mean, if I feel very sleepy when I'm sleeping, maybe I can yawn. Or maybe it can insinuate that I want to go to level 2 of sleeping instead of level 1.
Yeah, you're probably.
So I want to go deeper.
You're probably less deeply asleep when you do that. You're effectively asleep, but you're closer to being awake.
If I yawn when I'm sleeping, I know that I gotta go back to sleep.
Okay. Do ghosts need to wear clothes? If so, who makes ghost pants?
No clothes, nude all the way, the natural way. I'm a nudist, so I support.
I've not seen any nude ghosts recently, though. I imagine the ghost pant, the ghost pant maker makes ghost pants.
I wonder where the ghost nudes are. Like that will be some interesting stuff.
Why is abbreviated such a long word? Good point. That's a good point. I don't know, but Sometimes
So true.
Sometimes some of the most simple words are the longest. Guess deals.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that in my own life. That's so funny.
But it's like I was learning Dutch, and boterham is sandwich, but I think it's the word for sandwich is basically ham sandwich. I might be wrong there, but not every sandwich is a ham sandwich. But it might just be that Duolingo is a little bit limited in what it's telling me. But
maybe.
But can you be in the middle of nowhere if you know where you are? Good point.
That's a philosophical question. Like, I can be in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the city, if that city means nothing to me.
Yeah, I mean,
there's the literal meaning of like being in the middle of nowhere, if there are like no facilities around.
I tend to think middle of nowhere would mean like you're in the middle of a forest somewhere, or in the middle of a field with just lots of fields around you. But then you don't know where you also probably, unless you've got your Google Maps,
But like, what do you picture in your mind when someone says like middle of nowhere?
Like a forest or fields or the top of a mountain.
I thought of a desert, like forests can have like a watchman, like a forest watcher, or like forest ranger.
Yeah,
and forest is quite populated with animals. Desert can be populated too, but I think maybe the like North Pole or like a very polar region would be the middle of nowhere, because no tree grows there. There are animals though, and there's water. I don't know.
Deals. What deals is here? What do you think? Where do you think the middle of nowhere is?
The middle of nowhere is where you are not.
You only know this one place, Tix, pretty much. You don't know many places.
What a lovely kitty. Our cat is an asshole.
Well, Diaz is very opinionated. He won't jump up on the bed so much. He wants me to. He's become a real diva. He's like
our cat hates laps. Like he never stays on our lap. Just runs off. Is always mischievous. Always up to something.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wow. Really? No kidding.
Thank you, darling. And you too. Bye-bye.
Oh, that sounded good.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
That is so cringe, oh my god.
You're a man of culture as well.
If you try to fail and succeed, which one did you do?
If you try to fail and succeed, what would you do? You failed on purpose.
Yeah, you succeeded in failing. But,
by others' perspective, you were a failure, but in your own ways, you were successful.
Yeah, I mean,
I did that on purpose, actually. Like, I took an exam when I was way younger for military school, and it was due to my father's enforcement. So I failed the exam on purpose, even though I knew all the answers.
Yeah.
So according to everyone involved, it was a failure, but in my own ways, it was a success.
Yeah, because it does say if you're trying to fail and you succeed, well, you have succeeded in trying to fail.
Mm-hmm.
If you were trying to succeed and failed, then that would be different.
But then that you failed, but like failing requires effort too. Like you gotta know the correct answers to not choose them. Although your job is easier.
This is an interesting one. Why don't eyebrows grow as long as head hair? Well, I don't know that, but I have mentioned it to people a few times, like recently, and like how can our eyebrows know to stop? You know, although
what color are the eyebrows?
It depends on the person, I suppose. But I mean, sometimes you do see older men it's like when you get older, you start growing hair in your ears and things like that, which you never did when you were younger.
I do have some.
Oh, you'll get a lot more later. But
do you trim your eyebrows?
I don't have to do that much. Maybe occasionally one of the eyebrows grows longer and sticks up. So yes, I do have to do that, but it's only
like
one or two.
It's a good it's a good thing to do. I do trim my eyebrows. I just like put a comb and cut the excess.
Yeah,
it gives me like more of a non-Mediterranean look, because if my eyebrows are too thick, then my expression is like too tense.
Just to do two or three more. If
you have a great mustache too, like very full. I always wanted a fuller mustache.
Thank you, but that keeps growing out. It doesn't know when to stop. But
the way.
What? If humans evolved from monkeys, why do we still have monkeys?
Because they were stupid enough to vote no.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're staying as monkeys.
It's just like Brexit.
Yeah.
So the ones who voted yes for the evolution, us humans, and the ones who voted no still live in the forest.
Yeah, or those ones on Instagram I keep sending you who are dressed in clothes and like
they voted yes. Yeah, they are the ones that voted yes just because it was the popular choice.
Well,
they voted
yes because they're like, yeah, we don't want to evolve. We want to be part of.
Yeah, they want to be part of the cool kids, but
we don't
actually.
But we don't want to actually. Yeah, we don't want to do any work.
Yeah,
we just want to dress in little pairs of jeans and t-shirts and have a duck as a friend.
I wish we could have interviewed monkeys. I'm sure they're pretty upset that they didn't choose the better side.
Yeah. Do crabs think fish can fly? I don't know.
It makes so much sense.
What?
Oh my god! So for crabs, do birds seem like aliens?
Yeah.
For crabs and for sea animals, outside the sea is literally the outer world.
Although crabs can go and have a sunbathe, but even so, when they're underwater,
humans can go on the moon. We're extraterrestrials for fish folk, like marine life.
It's true. It's all true. What color is a mirror?
Mirror is translucent, right?
Silver, shiny, reflective. Why are UFOs always spotted by the worst cameras?
Why are yeah. I don't know. I think it's a deliberate choice. I think they are caught in like picture perfect quality, but it's only available to the higher tiers of the government Patreon.
Or maybe the aliens are the people who took the photos, and then they don't have very good cameras up in space.
Did you know that they actually introduced a very brand new, like I think it's been like 2 months or something. They developed a very good camera, and they attached it to the biggest telescope in, Chile, I think. And it has been taking photos of the space. And you can look at those photos on the Sky Viewer app, or the website platform that's available to everyone. And you can see very detailed photos of the distant galaxies, the clearest we've ever seen them. It's quite interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
This question is a bit like the crab one. Do insects think humans are giants or gods?
I think insects think humans are bad news.
I think they're giants. I don't think insects are stupid enough to have gods. It's
such a god complex.
It's like so much problems. Insects don't need all that shit. So.
Yeah.
If you put lasagna on top of lasagna, is it still one lasagna?
No, it's a double lasagna.
Yeah.
It's like opposite, double lasagna.
But I think
you see that works with anything.
I think you're rushing to make a decision. I suggest that the people who make lasagnas send us lasagnas so that we can really look into this in a detailed way. I think we need to do actual research, and also we'll need at my house. I mean, obviously you can have some sent to your house,
or I can come to your house.
Whatever means we get the most amount of lasagna, but we need double lasagna here. Because
I think we shall call for Uncle John as well. This sounds like a job for Uncle John.
Let's have a lasagna party. Have a lasagna party over at my house.
I can bring the lasagna up to his room. Like, he doesn't have to move. I can totally serve him some of my lasagna.
The milkshake brings all the boys to the lagoon.
Yeah, milkshake goes great with lasagna. Especially like banana milkshake.
You and your banana milkshake. I think it's time to go now, Deals. Don't listen to this conversation. Thank you, Geeky Panda. I expect you to arrive with your banana milkshake and lasagna anytime in the next couple of minutes. Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost... What's going on? What happened?
Man, was that worth it or not? Oh my goodness, that was a darling little shoe. Wow, I love that one. Great show, Paul. Yep, that was a good shoe.
That was beautifully done.
Oh, everyone's a critic.
I'm going to have some orange squash now. It's exciting life.
Oi, oi, that's your lot. You can always call me.
788.
That's my attempt at British accent.
I think we're going to cut off, so we need to go out and come back in again. See you in a sec.
See ya.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Yeah, and you.
Bye-bye. Okay, stopping recording now.